Go ahead, bud.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Humm Daddies Thursday Night Live featuring Zakariah and Artavon. What's up?
Oh, no, I was just saying ThurZdee. Throw your
Oh,
tees
that looks
up.
like a timeout.
Yeah, that looked like
no. Throw your
I got a
tees.
timeout. I got a timeout.
Throw your tees
Timeout.
up like Mac Dre. Oh, God, we're off to a good start.
Well, we got
I was just throwing the tee up for ThurZdee.
Well,
All right, well, take that tee away. Go with it, Zach. What's up?
No. We need a timeout because remember, we have to start our show with our sponsors. They pay a premium, right? We can't just forget.
Who are
Jim
our
Beam?
sponsors?
There it is.
Sponsored by Jim Beam.
It's not a Thursday night without a handle of Jim.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Jim. You've been
Thank
with
you,
us since
Jim.
we were 13.
Thank you, Jim.
You mean so much to me.
Yeah.
And also Bobby G's Pizzeria on University in Berkeley. One day you will be an actual sponsor, but we're going to throw you a couple of freebies out here until we blow up, and then we're going to charge you a big premium.
Yeah, we'll probably be live there soon, huh, Jake? When we going live? 2026.
Me, Dave, and Starkey, the OGs, we are going to do a live show from one of Dave's buddies' bars in a couple weeks.
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
we'll be able to do that.
Might be next. Maybe Bobby G's next.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, Zach, what do you got for us? Let's take this thing away.
Well, I mean, does anybody give two bleeps about this Thursday night football game?
I absolutely do, and I stopped watching. And if you can give me an update, I hate that. Did it end? Did we know who won? Because I ran up here to get here. I feel like the timing of this sometimes is off, and we should be waiting until after the game. But that's all right.
I don't know who won. Yeah, I didn't pay attention the last couple of minutes, but I did see Kirk Cousins to Pitts.
It's a final.
Or no, 28-26.
29-28. 29-28.
Oh my
Atlanta.
God, Atlanta won.
Yeah.
Cousins.
Oh God! Look, breaking news. Maybe we should do it like this so you can react the way that you are.
What I'm saying, our dedication to the cast, even though God bless all the listeners were late, got me not even watching the last 2 minutes of the ball game, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm out here running upstairs, setting up my computer, mother-in-law's birthday, family's taking a bath, everybody's here. I'm out here grinding, sending text messages to Starkey, sending, where's the link? Can't get a hold of Jake. We're out here trying to grind. Meanwhile, I'm missing the whole part of the game, man. My whole fantasy season ended. How many points did Kyle Pitts and Bijan put up tonight?
Oof,
Kyle Pitts went nuts.
Kyle Pitts, if you're going up against Kyle Pitts in your fantasy offs, God bless, Godspeed. I'm sorry for you.
I'm going up against Pitts and Bijan, and they put up 70 points on Thursday. 70 points heading into the weekend is what I'm down.
Well, it's all about the percentage. What percentage do you have?
My percentage chance to win is solid, 16%. That's not bad at all.
Oh, you're good, man. You got a puncher's chance, or as in your words, by the way, tell the people that you have been in your entire life. Say, Jake, do you know this about Art? He says a punter's chance.
Oh, puncher's chance? He says
puncher's.
No. Hang on. Back up. He says a punter's chance instead of a puncher's chance.
Right.
He thinks
he didn't know the phrase
is a punter's chance, like a guy punting has got a chance.
Do you think
the
position of punter is significant enough to have its own phrase that everyone uses?
The first time it got brought to my attention, I had it wrong. I started, thinking in the air. I was like, that is pretty funny that I thought it was a punter's chance. And then I started thinking about why. And I kind of reasoned with myself that it
doesn't make any sense. Why would a punter have a chance of anything? What does a punter have a chance of?
Just roll with me.
Okay.
You're going to touch back?
I'm not saying agree.
I'm trying to.
Roll.
Okay.
We're rolling.
Okay. All right. Tell me the explanation.
Punters don't do much good, right? They're just kind of punting, right? They're just sort of punting. They're trying their best to impact the game in a positive way, right? They're trying.
Puncher's chance. A puncher's chance.
I'm waiting for the logic.
Like, how often is the punter are you excited about? Not that often. So you got a punter's chance of being excited.
You're saying it makes no sense.
I was a kid, man. I misheard it. All right?
I know. It's fine. It's all good. Hold the L, as I like to tell the people.
I don't like punching. Punching is for the weak.
I hear you. Anyways, does anybody in the world outside of Atlanta and Tampa Bay give two bleeps about this Bucs Falcons game tonight?
I do. I love Bake Show. I love Baker. Baker's
you are a Baker fan.
What's not
garbanzo beans.
Take your mics out. Go straight to your computer audio. But yeah, Bake Show, man. Bake Show is one of my favorite. He plays football the way any kid would love to watch football. He plays with heart, emotion. Yeah, you're there. So, yeah, I enjoyed watching the game. And I saw some of the best plays I saw all year tonight. That catch by Bijan. That catch by Bijan.
Are you going to make this? Are you going to make this a theme where every Thursday you pretend like some crap game is good?
Are you going to pretend tonight's game was crap?
I mean, it was fine.
I saw a lot of action with Mike Evans and Pitts. It was just, it's good to see some guys putting up numbers. Kirk Cousins looked great.
You might have missed a play. I think we saw one of the best catches of the year tonight. Bijan Robinson adjusted to a ball on the sideline, did this crazy body contortion, one-handed catch with his left hand, landed barely.
You mean the fumble?
Freaking incredible. No. A beautiful catch.
Oh, okay. Did you see the fumble? I thought the fumble was going to cost him the game. Anyways,
Bijan's fumble? I saw that. Yeah.
My point is the only people that we possibly could be entertaining right now talking about this game either live in Atlanta or live in Tampa Bay, or they're transplants that are Falcons or Bucks fans. The game was
it's first week of fantasy playoffs. A lot of people have fantasy interest in this.
That's true. You want to talk some fantasy right now?
Hell no.
I don't. Fuck fantasy. I'm done with it.
We're not talking fantasy. It's just ended.
I'm sick of it. It's been kicking up my whole mind all week. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what, Jake? Most of the time people say nobody cares about your fantasy team. I think in this instance, Jake, I think that you should get like a 15 to 30 second rant on how sick you are about who in specific that you didn't make it to the pit playoffs, which is, for the people listening to the Humm Daddies, our fantasy football league. So I'll give you 15 to 30 seconds. Just give me a rant on who you hate and why you hate them.
Jalen Hurts can go to hell. I've been thinking about it all week. I'm sick of thinking about it. I want it out of my mind. I'm done. I'm sick of it. I lost by like 2 points because he kept handing the goddamn ball on the 25-yard line after the Eagles D was dominating, sacking. Every goddamn series they'd have a sack. It was just my point total kept going up. But here's Jalen Hurts to throw a pick.
So
just get the damn ball away in great field position.
Jalen is the bane of your existence? Just Jalen?
Pretty much, man.
And his whole team sucks. And his whole team sucks. What do you mean, the bane? The guy put up like the worst score of the year and the softest pillow fight of the year. Jalen Hurts just happened to be playing on Monday night. Go look at your roster, 1 through however.
I had more points than everyone else with the same record. I would have easily made the playoffs. I lost one game by 0.1, and then I lost that bullshit Monday night on a heartbreaker. I don't want to hear it.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Go ahead. Get out of here, pal. We're done with you.
Death, taxes, and Art constantly shitting on Jake's fantasy teams.
It's ridiculous. I have 4 titles. Art pretends I have 1 or 0. I don't know.
Well, that's me.
Both of you do that.
No, I think I give you 2. Anyways, let's move on to what we were supposed to talk about.
Zachariah, one quick question though. If you had one piece of advice to anybody heading into a draft, what would it be? Next year.
If I had what?
You have one piece of advice to anybody heading into their draft next year.
Oh, I don't know that I could say that. I know where you're going. I can't say that on air.
Microdose some mushrooms.
Microdose. Okay, yeah, you could say that. Microdose.
Next thing you
responsibly.
know,
Responsibly.
Flowing. You're getting
me and Art have had 2 of the best fantasy drafts you'll
James
see on microdosing.
Yeah. All you got to do is eat some chocolates, have a couple bites. Next thing you know, it's going to work out and it's going to be a good day.
Once again, we are brought to you by Jim Beam. Drink it by the handle like Arno Von Davron. Enjoy Jim Beam at your leisure.
Yes. All right. Let's talk about the thing that we're going to have Monday night. Random podcast, but Jay wanted to save it for the Humm Daddies podcast. But Hall of Fame, specifically Kent. I'll let Artie just hear. I have my thoughts on who got in and who didn't go, who should get in, should not get in. But Artie me with hot takes about basically what it seems to be an absolute despisal of Jeff Kent. So I'll just give it to you, Art. Go ahead.
Nah, man. I had love for Jeff Kent most of the time, but Barry Bonds.
Oh, you're backtracking big time, pal.
No,
I'm gonna start sending pictures of our.
Calm down. Bill, first of all, you're on Mars. You're back on Mars. So we're gonna have to fix your fix your video, get you back in US of A or planet Earth. But here's the problem.
Gotcha.
Here's the problem. Barry Bonds is everybody's GOAT, right? Like if you're in the Bay, you know he's the GOAT, right? And Jeff Kent always had his little shit with Barry Bonds, and I was fine with that. And I don't track Jeff Kent, so it's not like I've heard him talk over the years. I've got nothing but love for Jeff Kent. Typically, Jake, wake up, quit yawning. I swear to God, if you yawn one more time on this cast like
he's
that.
He's sick, bro. He's sick, bro.
Oh, are you sick? Oh, I love you. You didn't tell me you were sick.
Yeah.
Oh, stay up. I appreciate you joining tonight, man. That's good energy.
Continue.
Here it is, man. Jeff Kent went on after he got into the hall to talk a little bit about it, and his very neutral, very obvious negative view of the Bond situation being in the Hall of Fame is a very easy go fuck yourself moment. Like, I'm not here for it. I have no tolerance for it. If you were just admit you hate the guy. Don't fucking butter me up and say he's one of the best players I've ever played with. Don't do all that shit and then end with, I don't care if he makes the Hall or not, right? Like, I just have zero tolerance for that shit. If you were his teammate,
I'm actually with you. I'm
that's
actually
all
with
it was.
you.
I didn't tell you
I'm
that.
actually with you on this rant. I thought you hated him
I didn't
prior
tell you
to
the
this.
background. No. I just started ranting to you.
No, I'm with you on that. I thought his comments were completely out of pocket. Let's say that us three were on a team and I was known for hitting the most home runs, but it was speculated that I did roids, and you said some shit like that, I would not be fucking with you anymore. I didn't like the way that he phrased that shit at all. He basically said, I played the game the right way. I did everything right. I don't know what that was all about, but, I'm happy to get in. He was a great player. I mean, it's like saying, like, no offense, and then telling somebody to go fuck themselves.
Didn't he use the words, I don't care? He used some word that was almost as bad as I don't care. And
I don't remember that.
He ends it with, like, again, he tries to stay neutral. He's like,
I read the article.
If he gets in,
yeah.
I'm fine if he doesn't matter to me. And I'm
yeah, something like that.
I can't really handle that ending either.
Not as harsh as I don't care, but I think the bigger underlying part of that whole interview or whatever was that he was saying, I did everything the right way. I don't know how stuff like that went down. He was obviously implicated or what. Like, he basically threw him under the bus and was like, I didn't take roids. He did. I'm happy to be in. I don't give a bleep if he gets in. So I'm with you on that. I thought you had this interview Kent hate. So you didn't hate him when he was on the squad.
Not at all. Loved him. What do you mean?
I listened to all of Jeff Kent's interviews over the last week, and he spoke very positively about Bonds from what I heard.
So I probably only heard one. You know how Twitter works.
Yeah, right.
So I heard the one that was controversial, probably, right? I didn't go look for him. I'm less of a. It feels like you're a little bit more of a. I mean, I don't want to say you're a Hall of Fame guy, but it seems like you cared a little more than me. I'm pretty over the Hall of Fame, so I don't really look for it too much when they do the votes and shit. But so I just heard what was like.
What do you mean over the Hall of Fame? You don't care. You don't care who's in or out.
I can't take like more than can't take it seriously, like.
If Clemens and Bonds are not in,
just think it's stupid. Yeah, like wake me up when it means something. Like,
it's I agree that
I know
it looks ridiculous at this point, but it still fascinates me how this can still be happening. So it definitely has my interest. It doesn't mean I like it. I actually think it's a joke, but I still
I heard you talking about it.
They're the guys we grew up watching.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it too. I know your view on it. I mean,
I actually like your hot take, Jake. That you like that Bonds is not in because he's just a martyr. So it's almost like even cooler than if he got in.
He's becoming that. He's becoming he's becoming bigger than a regular Hall of Famer. It's like,
I mean, not really, because ultimately, let's fast forward 100 years from now. If he's not enshrined and he's not in there, then he's going to be forgotten. He's not going to be known as that. I mean,
forgotten. I will take it the opposite end of that. If Barry Bonds is not enshrined in the Hall of Fame in 100 years, he will be by far the most known baseball player in the history of the game. And nobody will ever not know that the best hitter in the history of the game, the best player in the history of the game, is this guy named Barry Bonds that baseball won't acknowledge.
100% agree, Artie. I'm with Artie on that one. And we grew up knowing who shoeless Joe Jackson was. How would we have known that if he, wasn't blackballed from the Hall of Fame?
I mean, I know him for being banned because he gambled on the World Series, but I mean, it's not like I know him as one of the great players. But otherwise, I think he's just. I mean, he'll like Pete Rose. I mean, you think Pete Rose is more famous because he wasn't let in? He's the fucking hit king, pal.
Yeah, but we heard about him constantly growing up about how he wasn't in the Hall of Fame.
He should be enshrined for that. Nobody's had more hits.
Pete Rose is way more famous because he isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. He was a household name because he wasn't in the Hall of Fame to like 8-year-old kids growing up.
About Pete Rose growing up was that he wasn't in the Hall. Didn't know anything about his baseball career. Just knew the guy was supposed to be in the Hall and his bed.
I mean, I knew he was the hit leader, but
hang on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I didn't like think of him as like Willie Mays. It's funny. I mean, yeah, maybe not the best.
Art, you proved my point. You knew of him because of gambling, not because he had the most hits that any baseball player has ever hit. Bond known as being the player that hit the most home runs that anybody's ever hit. That's what he should be known for. Not that he's not in the Hall because he was on roids.
Yeah, right. So Zach, but he will still be known. But it might be in a negative light because people say, "Oh yeah, the steroids guy."
He'll be known as a not Hall of Famer. That's a problem to me.
But there's no way he's going to fade away into obscurity. No way.
I think any person who is serious about baseball, including people who are not born yet that become serious, including all the writers today that are serious, not these nimwits that do whatever they do, and that's half of the people. Anybody who cares about baseball, who loves baseball, who played baseball, knows and respects Barry Bonds as arguably, if not the greatest player to ever play the game. And I think because he's that obviously that good, that if he didn't make the Hall, it wouldn't impact him the way you think. I think if anything, it damn near would be more legacy building, because there's no way he gets erased from baseball. Barry Bonds is arguably the best player in any sport ever.
I wouldn't even argue arguably.
No, I'm saying any sport. You would argue that.
Oh, any sport?
I'm saying I'd say you'd argue that.
I mean, I would have to think about basketball and football.
It's really hard to compare, and you can't.
Bonds and Jordan, man. Bonds and Jordan are the two GOATs, I think.
Yeah, I mean, but in terms of baseball, I don't care if you like the Giants or you love the Giants. In terms of the ability to play it, there's no way anybody could say that somebody was better than Barry Bonds than me. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I feel like we're having different conversations here. I'm saying he's not going to be remembered as a Hall of Famer that was the best player ever. He's going to be remembered for being a guy that did steroids that didn't get into the Hall of Fame. And same with Pete Rose. Nobody has more hits than Pete Rose. And he's not going to be remembered for that. He's going to be remembered as the guy that did not get into the Hall of Fame because he gambled.
Yeah, I'm going to backtrack.
Yeah. Zach, I agree with that. But initially you said he won't be remembered. He'll fade away. And he will be remembered if he doesn't get in. It might have a negative connotation, though, like you're saying. That's
okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
you're right. I should have changed my words. I just meant remembered for the wrong reasons, I guess.
But I'm actually going to backtrack that take because I think I can understand that I'm a prisoner of being a part of that era, right? I watched it. So we all know, of course, people in our era. So I think what I just said, I think would be true for anyone in our era or older than us that watched Barry. I actually think him not being in the Hall of Fame might even uplift him more. But in the history, and we could argue that, but a little semantics, I think I'm agreeing with you fully on the fact that get past that era, my kids. So start talking with Levi, start talking about Lila. They would remember him as nothing like I remember him. And I agree with you. If he doesn't make the Hall, because that is the way you forget about him. So I don't think you should be remembered.
Yeah. I just don't think you should be remembered for your mistakes. Like, Jake, if you could pull up the article, I don't know if you have a computer in front of you, but if you could pull up the article of the other guys that were quote unquote tied into any steroid debate or talk or whatever.
There's so many.
Well, I mean, what were
I can just do that off the top of my head.
Roger Clemens,
A-Rod,
Manny,
hang on.
A-Rod,
Back up,
Brady
Art.
Anderson,
Back
up,
Boone.
Art,
I mean,
back
there's
up.
millions.
Ortiz is in, pal.
Yeah, no, but we know he did roids too.
Yeah, but no one's gonna say he's a Hall of Famer that did roids. That's my whole point.
I'll fucking say it. He's a DH on the Mitchell report. He did roids when it was illegal. Bonds did them when they weren't illegal.
First off, there's zero evidence.
I can never tell when you guys are going to get fired up about something. But my point is nobody's going to remember Ortiz. He's a Hall of Fame guy that was associated with steroids. Nobody's going to bleeping do that. What they are going to do with Bonds is this was the greatest player ever that didn't get in because he did steroids. They're going to remember Pete Rose as the bleeping hit king that didn't get in because he gambled. Those are the things that are going to be attached to it 200, 300, 400 years from now.
Man,
what I'm saying is all these look, all I'm saying is these guys were good no matter if they did roids or not. Barry Bonds, and I think I've heard Jake say this, was a Hall of Famer prior to his head swelling up times 10. He had a Hall of Fame career.
8 gold gloves when he weighed under 200 pounds, when he was like 185.
I've talked about this a lot, but everyone's head grows. I'm not saying Bonds didn't do roids, but I'm saying literally the same age that Barry Bonds' head grew. My head grew from 7 1/4 to 7 1/2. You think I'm joking? My head grew from 7 1/4 to 7 1/2 from age 19 to 32. So I'm just telling you. Back to life.
Jake, if you open up a clothing store for Humm Daddies, please have one with Art and then the quote, everybody's head grows.
Everyone's head grows.
Well,
everyone's head grows. And everyone's feet go up 3 or 4 sizes after in one season.
Artie, heads don't grow like that. You've seen the side-by-sides of Bonds in Pittsburgh and Bonds in San Francisco. The guy was clearly the cream of clear.
Can we do a side-by-side of me at age 20 and 32?
Well, yeah. No, dude. You're not going to look exactly the same as a leadoff hitter in Pittsburgh in 1986 as you do as like a 40-year-old in 2003.
You guys aren't going
to be ignorant and act like that was not steroid related, are you?
I get Zach. Okay. I understand. I know what he was accused of, and I know there's evidence that he did that.
But you also you're agreeing with Artie too. You're playing the middle ground.
No, I'm just saying in general, dudes get thicker when they get older.
Head grows.
Listen.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's head grows.
I mean, in different times too, right? It might grow in
not by
again. Sorry,
below the belt, especially
hat sizes.
My mother-in-law's listening, and daughter's listening, but I was thinking about the old double entendre this whole time. I don't know if you
below the belt.
Yeah, below the belt. We've been talking both heads.
Yeah, I'm the one that pointed it out, pal. Anyways, is that enough Hall of Fame?
What up, Don Peralta? Don Peralta's here joining us.
Don Peralta, we love having you. Love meeting you. Wonderful times. Chris, love you. Thanks for listening. Happy birthday. Love you, mama-in-law. Lila, if you're watching, love you. Zach, can I just say, if we were on PTI right now, man, and I hate to admit this. I hate to admit this. And not PTI. I mean Around the Horn. That was the Jim Beam talking. If we were on Around the Horn right now, man, I can't even lie.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be at like 17 points. Jake would be at like 13 points, and I'd be like really on the grind. I'd be at like 6 points. And I'm feeling like you guys had the better arguments there. I'm feeling like I was wrong.
Okay.
I'm feeling like Barry. I'm feeling like, and it's rare I admit this. So the rest of this show is going to feel very different. I'm sure I'm going to be very confident that I'm right the rest of this show. But I feel like you guys are really right about this Barry thing. It's not ideal for him to not make the Hall. And if he gets remembered as a person that didn't make the Hall, it will make people forget what he was. But, man, I can't tell you. I was telling you guys before this show, and I'm going to shut up. I know I've been talking too much. This week has been the most I've thought about sports in probably like a decade because the Chiefs kind of, their season kind of ended.
You're a spoiled brat. You're a spoiled brat. Hang on. Before you sequence into that, and we'll get into that in just 1 second. I just want to put a bow on this real quick and ask both of you as diehard Giants fans to tell me what your experience and what your thoughts are on Jeff Kent's time as a Giant.
I'll start. Jeff Kent, incredibly clutch ball player. I just remember him having huge gappers, a lot of gap-to-gap power. And I mean, his RBI numbers are out of control. And it's ridiculous that people don't put value in RBIs anymore. All these nerds with their WAR and blah blah
Is
blah.
that actually
blah.
a true thing? We're not valuing ribbies?
No, dude. It's Farhan came in and said, "Who cares about an average and RBIs?
It's launch angle. It's fucking
Yeah, it's WRC plus.
A ribby, you're a fucking moron. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So Jeff Kent. I mean, there's truth to the fact that Barry Bonds was put on base in front of him constantly, but you still got to get the goddamn hit to drive the goddamn guy in.
Yeah.
And Jeff Kent did that better than anybody. He was a stud.
I'm taking the Lord's name in vain.
Jeff Kent was, for a kid growing up, who he's the most impressive trade ever for what it started at. You trade away Matt Williams. The whole Bay Area is bitching, moaning, and you're a part of it. You're like, what the fuck? We got Jeff Kent? Who's this Cleveland Indian that's like a nobody who's like kind of good, right? And then you just get to sit back and just watch him be the most dominant hitter in ball over and over. I mean, like, there was no one, like, yeah, there were people better, but like the guy was fuck. That's why I'm saying my reaction to Jeff Kent is purely based
just
on what he said about
the comments
Bonds.
after. Yeah.
Growing up,
not while he was playing.
Back behind Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
I mean,
MVP,
Jake,
right?
Point, the imitation you did the other night, the beautiful stance to watch him time a pitch so perfectly, and every time make sure he's back right when he needs to. And then to his point, there's two players that all you can picture are doubles in the gap. There's two players in the world. It's Jeff Kent and it's Edgar Martinez, right? Like,
big
you
gap
don't
guy,
picture home runs from those guys.
Yeah.
You picture doubles and they're gorgeous. And you picture ribbies, and Jeff Kent was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I loved watching him as a Giant.
Artie is a big gap guy, and everyone's head grows.
Yeah.
I really want to make that a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I will just say this before we get into why Artie has been thinking about sports more in the past couple of days than he has in his entire life. I will say this about Jeff Kent. Number one, I don't know many players. Ricky Henderson rocked the shades pretty well, but outside of Ricky Henderson, I don't know many people that rocked the shades better than Jeff Kent. I will say that. I will also remember that, yes, I thought of him as a guy that certainly benefited from having Bonds in the lineup, but I do remember him being clutch, and I believe he has the best numbers, second best in the history of the sport, and, you know, well-deserved on the Hall of Fame. I just think he could have done a better job taking care of Barry, because the last thing that I'll say is the biggest thing I remember about Kent was cussing out Barry in the dugout.
Yeah, and the
like it was yesterday.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, they were putting hands on each other. I just saw that replay of that. Dusty Baker pushed his Kent into the, like, grabbed him by the neck.
I loved how Dusty Baker
that's not good. I mean, that's like Draymond punching out Jordan Poole. That's
no, it wasn't like there was no sucker like cheap shots involved. This was mano y mano. They're both ballers. It wasn't Draymond picking on some kid. These were two studs.
But
don't hold that against Kent, Jake.
No, they butted heads all the time, and it made them better. I think it was.
Hold that against. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. All right. We disagree on that, because I remember that as a stain. I don't think that was a good thing. I think that we've butt heads before, all of us, right? I mean, yes, there can be some good that comes from it. That seemed like a toxic situation where there was not good that came from it, but I could be wrong. Anyways, we can move on.
No.
Mark can tell us why he's been thinking about sports for the last 48 hours.
I want to name that I agree with both of you there, and I don't think you guys were as far off as you think you were. I think it was toxic. I think it was bad for the Giants, and I think that's why he, in part, left eventually. Granted,
so you're agreeing with me?
No, well, I'm agreeing with both of you. I also don't think it was anything like the Draymond Jordan Poole situation, and it was very much mano y mano. Guys not getting along, and the only reason I don't like Jeff Kent for it is because who the fuck you fucking with? It's Barry Bonds, and that's everyone's joke, right?
Yeah.
But I don't actually think Jeff Kent was probably Jeff Kent was either in the right or
he was on some MVP shit.
That's no,
bitch, I'm the MVP.
Yeah, maybe Bonds was being a prick that day too. Like, who knows? You know, like, Bonds is known for having his little prick moments, which I also think is the most overblown thing in sports. Like, I think Bonds is known as being like such an asshole in the media, and I don't think you can find very many times where Bonds was an asshole to the media. I think what Bonds did to the media more was not talk to them and sort of tell you, go talk to somebody else. And I thought he actually started mastering it at a certain point where he'd go fucking 3 for 4 with 3 jacks, but Bill Miller would go 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 ribbies. And he'd say, go talk to Bill. He'd be like, did you see the game that guy had? Go talk to Billy. He had a great game.
He was fucking with look, this whole media thing is a separate conversation. I just want to focus on the Kent thing because Kent got inducted to the Hall of Fame. And all I'm saying is, Art, you and I have played pickup basketball 100 times, right? And we've butted heads about something or whatever, or a play or who should guard who or whatever. Yeah. I'm saying there can be constructive conflict. That instance that got blown up in the dugout did not seem constructive to me. That seemed toxic.
I agree.
And all I'm saying is when I think Jeff Kent, I think maybe the best second baseman of all time.
I don't.
Okay, well.
Best hitting second baseman of all time, I think, for sure.
Me too.
Clutch MVP that rocked the shades better than anybody other than maybe Ricky Henderson. And the third thing that I think about was that blow up, and maybe it was because it was social media, or I don't even think social media was out. Maybe it was just on SportsCenter. I don't remember what year it was, but that was not two competitive, good, talented motherfuckers going at each other. That shit was something bad, and yeah, that's why he bounced. And I think ultimately that probably hurt the squad. And I'm not blaming Kent or Bonds for it. I'm just saying it wasn't good. That's all. We can move on.
Hey, we got
Jake needs to take some NyQuil and go to bed.
We got Gabe, not on the chat, but on the text thread. Shout out to Gabe. Appreciate you listening. Love you. He's
Sell the book.
He's saying that our love for Jeff Kent is very much rose-colored by our Giants fandom, and that he was fine, but we're making him sound a lot better than he was. And
the guy has more home runs than any other second baseman in baseball history, Mr. Mello.
Just have the
Mars.
I know. Fuck Zach, man. You got to fix this internet.
Oh, I'm back. It's not working.
Now you're good.
Mars all cast. You just your vocals are catching up, and the I think the platform fixes it.
I got you, man. I got the fucking Zoombie thing down here. I spent $500 on this internet extension thing. Anyways, tell us why you've been thinking about sports over the past 2 days more than you ever have in your entire life.
Man, I just been thinking about sports a lot because the Chiefs are finally losing, and man, they ain't lost in how many years, right? Like
spoiled
7 or 8 years.
Spoiled
7 years. So
spoiled.
I'm a Bay Area fan like everybody. So
spoiled.
Love the Giants.
Spoiled.
Love the Warriors.
Spoiled.
And in theory, I don't like the Niners, but I actually kind of in the back of my heart like them until like this whole Chiefs-Niners thing that happened was really odd. I don't know how that ended up happening. And so it was weird. And now all the fucking Niners fans hate me and the Chiefs, whereas everybody used to kind of have endearing feelings towards me as the weird Chiefs fan. And now every one of my friends hates me. It's really weird. Anyway.
Well, the Chiefs
back up. You can't bury that story. Sorry, Jake. You were about to say something, but you can't just say one of my friends hates me now. One of your friends legitimately hates you?
No. I was saying all our friends. I don't mean hate me. I mean just hate my football love now.
Well, because let me speak to it. As a Niners fan, it used to be endearing how the Chiefs would always have like backup Niners QBs come and start for them.
Everybody loves the loser.
Yeah, they're like an adorable loser with the old Niners QBs, and that was fun. But then when they start winning and beating the Niners,
Bono,
that's not fun for Niners.
Alex Smith, Bono, Montana.
Who could have predicted? Who could have predicted in 1993, 1998, 2001, 2003 that come the 2020s, the first time the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, it's going to be against the Niners. My dad's going to have passed away semi-recently, and I'm going to be like rooting hella hard for the Chiefs, and I'm like tripping out, and I'm like, this is hella weird. Like, why are we the Niners? Like, what the fuck? And then it's like 2 years later, let's just do it again and break every Niners heart. Like, Zach was with me. I'm sitting here like a diehard Chiefs fan for, 30 plus years, out here feeling legitimately bad for all my friends. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like looking at my friends. They're like damn near in tears. And I'm like, this is awful. I was like, this was not how I was meant to feel on this Super Bowl day where all my friends are miserable and hate my guts. I was like, this is supposed to just be a fun Sunday. I was like, good gosh. Anyway, but yeah, before you jump in,
Yeah,
Jake,
literally said after they beat them in the second one, you were like, I feel kind of bad. And I'm like, you're unreal. I don't know what's going on with you, but you definitely have some weird syndrome, whether or not you're a Niners. We'll just go full blown back to Niners. You want your son to be a Niners fan? I don't know what you're doing, bro.
He's also a Cowboys fan. You know that.
Oh, shut up. You're misunderstanding my emotions, though, Zach.
Jake, we buried the lead. We should have started with that. Hardcore Cowboys fan. How did we not start with that?
We started the last cast with that, bro. That's how we started the last cast.
But Art, to your point about feeling bad for your friends, I bet big on the Chiefs against the Bills in the playoffs last year, and I was the only one rooting for the Chiefs just because I don't give a fuck about the Bills, and I liked my bet, and it ended up winning. But God, I was just getting everyone screaming at me, calling me an asshole. Like, I mean, I feel your pain as being like the lone fan of a team where everyone else is rooting for everyone.
Yeah, but you two, okay, Jake, for the right-hand side, you get that, okay? Artie, for the left-hand side, you get that. You have one title when you were probably 11 or 10 or whatever, when with Steve Young and the curse of a thing that I will not say out loud because I don't want to get in trouble. Hang on, Art. You shut your trap.
94 Super Bowl.
You shut your trap. Jake has one with the Niners.
88, 89 too, man.
He's got 4. Well, you were like, what?
I remember those. Anyway. I don't know if it's because I watched the VHS over and over, but yeah.
You got 4. You got 4. You have 3 in the even years for your Giants. And to add to that for Art, he's got 3 with his Chiefs. Guess what Bill has? 1. Now, granted, it's the greatest championship ever because we swept the Giants. So God,
how does my Niners 89 not count, but your A's one counts? In 89.
Because we swept you guys out of the earthquake.
Right, but anyways, I remember
all I'm saying is I don't need to hear Artie talking about this is the first time I've seen Artie show a pulse about caring about sports.
It ain't about sports, it's about life. That's
well, Art, you must have some crazy luck, dude. All 3 of your squads have won multiple championships.
He's got a 10-banger, bro.
It's insane, honestly.
He's got a full-blown 10-banger out of all 3 of his squads since 2010. That's
insane.
Nuts.
That's insane.
All right, so here's what we're going to do real quick. We're going to rewind for a second. And we're going to just clarify that my feeling bad when the Chiefs won had nothing to do with sort of liking the Niners. It had nothing to do with that. I was very, very much rooting against the Niners and rooting for the Chiefs as far as 2 football teams. I was sort of saying it kind of sucked that them going against each other made me really have to draw that line. You know, if they don't go against each other. What I was sad about was watching some of the heartbreak in my best friends. Like, I got friends who care about football more than me.
Your brother, your brother, Jake.
And he doesn't care about football more than me, but I could tell my brother was pretty sad. Dominic was gutted. Aunt Miyawaki was gutted. Fools were gutted. Like, I was watching people sitting there gutted. And I was like, first year ever, I didn't get a bunch of text messages fucking loving it. I was like, damn, not one fool hit me up. I normally get hit up by everybody. I'm like, nobody hit me up. I got Dom and Ant like literally.
But I would love to throw.
These fools looked like one of their family members. Bro, it looked like their family members were dead. Like,
yeah.
I would love to throw a flag because you're full of shit. You might have felt bad for them because they were sad, but ultimately it was at the hands of your favorite team that you were thrilled about. So I'm calling bullshit on that.
Well, what's there to call bullshit about? I'm just telling you, it just made it less fun. Like,
well, Zach, you guys are the opposites because that's where Zach thrives the most when his friends are in pain regarding sports. That lights that guy up like a goddamn Christmas tree. He is the king Grinch of sports fandom, no doubt about it.
100%. 100%. The only thing below my team winning it all is the team that I hate the most losing it all. And it is very close. It's 6-7. You know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up.
Zach roots against Tom Brady more than he rooted for the Suns. So yeah, that's right.
No, see, that's not true. I would rather have the Suns win the title than, let's see, I guess, what's my least favorite basketball team? The Lakers. I guess like 100% the Suns winning the title.
That's not bad. That's today.
More. Shout out to
between
it,
Mars.
Living and 9.999 time.
Hey Z, slow down. Stop talking.
What's up, Pip?
Back out. All right, there you are.
Lost you.
Slow down. What's your internet provider?
Ain't nobody sped up.
Who's your internet?
What do you mean? I got the
Let's talk about this. Internet provider.
Whatever it's called.
Xfinity?
The Orbi.
No, what's your internet provider though? Xfinity, AT&T, Sonic. What you got?
Oh, Verizon.
Oh, Verizon. That's the least common one. Who got Verizon in their house? Jake, you ever heard of anybody who got Verizon internet?
No.
Me neither. You need to change that stat. That's your problem.
I think my room is just a dead zone.
No. Nobody in America has Verizon internet. I didn't even know that was an option.
Bro, I've had Xfinity in here. I've had Sonic in here. I've had all sorts of shit. It's just that I think my room is a full-blown dead zone.
All right, well, then I got a suggestion for you, and you're going to not like it. I think you got to move to the...
All right, well, we could talk about this off air. It can't be entertaining to the people listening.
Anyway.
Well, I have a podcasting technical suggestion for you, Zach.
Has my shit been fucked up the whole time?
No.
I think actually I think the whatever the fuck it's called, the platform we use is really good about it. So I think me and Jake see it differently than it might be shown up. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Because there were times where I called you looking on Mars, and then I'll look back at clips and you look normal. So I think it's
in the clips it comes out normal. Live it's still bad, I think.
Got it. Well, that's all right. Clips are half the battle.
All right, we want to.
All right, what's our next topic here?
I was thinking Dubs. I talked to Artie earlier about the Dubs, and he's really down in the dumps. Pretty much shit on everybody, and said that if you were to, this was the picture that I painted and kind of created in my own head. Jake, is that Artie? Who professionally we don't need to get in the details of what Artie does, but basically what he does is assess how an organization is run and what they're doing and whether or not they're doing it well and what they need to do to improve it. Mm-hmm. And he basically told me if he were to step into the Warriors building, he would drop a shit.
Mars.
From the person that cleans the toilets. He says everybody's to blame. The GM, the coach, the players, everybody. So I'll give the floor to Art. I mean, I have my own feelings with, let me just summarize my feelings very quickly. I think that this team was a very impressive team that we talked about early on, I think on this podcast, when they beat the Nuggets in overtime. They beat the Joker. They beat all these good teams. They're just not healthy, and the guys aren't playing. So I don't think that you can assess the team without them being fully healthy. That's my summary of it. Now I'll let Art take a poop on which he said literally everybody. He said if he went in there and he was gonna break down everybody, he'd start with Joe Lacob. He'd say you're a joke, you're fucking up. He'd go to the president of operations, you're fucking up, you're a joke. He'd go to Dunleavy, the GM, you're fucking up, you're a joke. He'd go to Steve Kerr, you're fucking up, you're a joke. He'd go to Curry, Butler, Draymond Green, every single player, every bench player, the water boy, and then he'd end with the janitor and go, it's your fault also that you're fucking up. So anyways, I'll just leave it to Art.
Well, you added the janitor. All I'm saying is it's so I've settled into watching the twilight of Steph's career, which isn't the twilight. That's the annoying part, right? Like Steph is still absolutely
he's still smacking. Yeah.
And better than basically anybody. But My house is going crazy behind me. That's why I stopped for a second. You know, we Humm Daddies. I'm hearing all sorts of crazy shit behind me, but I'm gonna get back right here. The Warriors organization is just letting Curry down. That's all I mean. I mean, to a man, and you can name each person to a man under that building that means anything to any of us as fans. Each and every one is letting Steph Curry down in a different way. Steph Curry is treating his body like a fucking whatever that saying is. He's doing everything he can to fucking be great for as long as possible. Meanwhile, Mr. Joe Lacob is starting to show his little cracks. And what I ranted to you about is fucking stop making your face public. Stop talking to the media and talking about, oh, yeah, we think we got a great all-star in pods. Come on, you got a fucking absolute clown in pods. You got a bum in pods. And you're out here big upping him early on. You got Mike Dunleavy, who's trying to pull the moves. But guess what, pal? It ain't about tinkering. You got to do more than that. You got to find a way to bring in a superstar or build something big. You're not bringing in Al Horford and changing the direction of this friend. No. We're not in need of a small little veteran piece. We're in need of somebody who can do some actual work, all right? Then you go to the people, the players.
Hang on. Back up for a second. That's supposed to be Butler. All right. I'll let you cook. I'm just saying it's supposed to be Butler.
Yeah,
they didn't bring Horford in thinking that was a big piece. Butler's supposed to be that guy.
Yeah, I know. Butler's supposed to be the big piece. Great. And it looks nice, and he does do well. He's old as dirt, too. So it's like, all right, you have a team that you can't expect to be healthy because your stars are old as shit. But yeah, I agree with you. In an absolute perfect world, maybe this roster could work. But I think it's very
hang on, Artie, which is what we had last year in the playoffs before Curry got hurt.
Yeah, fair. And it's what I predicted wouldn't happen this year because the fucking only players you rely on are old as shit, and every other player falls under the umbrella that I said, not holding their weight. Jonathan Kuminga, I've been a big supporter of him, and we blame Kerr too. Let's just talk about their relationship. Kerr can't find a rotation, can't tell people their role, can't develop talent, struggling for Curry. Jonathan Kuminga can't grow the fuck up, can't do what he's asked, can't learn to dribble better, not doing his role. Moses Moody, same fucking player he was 4 years ago today. Pods, worse than he was when he was a rookie. Buddy Hield, worse than he was when he got traded here. Let's go. Guy Santos, as good as he can ever be and not worthy of playing on a legit team, right? He's fucking grinding his ass off. Whenever he plays, he does good, but he shouldn't be playing if you want to win a championship, right? Quentin Post is in the beginning stages of being the first person to ever prove he's worthy of playing with Steph. But what it actually probably will happen is he'll remind you he's not, and he won't be.
But hang on.
Draymond Green. Draymond, no, give me one more second.
Who are you blaming for that? Who are you blaming for that?
Everybody and the people. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just, what was the start? I said every person let him down. Everyone has let him down. And Draymond Green is the most culpable. He fucking can't remember what offense was pre-KD. He assumes he can still be the old Draymond, right? No. You need to remember Kevin Durant moved on. You punched out the only other good offensive player on your team. So, pal, if you want to actually be good, if you want to actually be an asset, if you want to actually not be a deficit, you have to be good at offense. Otherwise, you have nobody good at offense anymore, so you can't have a fucking black hole, and you're a black hole. All right, who have we forgotten? Because I know I've forgotten people, and they're not doing their job.
Spencer doing amazing work.
Pat Spencer is the epitome of the problem. If Pat Spencer has proven that he's the only guy that can play make, that he's the only guy you can trust, you are in fucking shambles. You're in shambles. Right? Because there's no beef with Pat Spencer. Pat Spencer's doing incredible stuff.
I don't think he's the epitome of the problem.
Well, I'm saying if he's shining, if Pat Spencer is shining, you are in the low version of the ascending Warriors. Like, come on. And I love the Warriors, and we're probably going to run off 10 to 12. We're probably going to be fine.
Okay. All right. There's some optimism.
God
Yeah,
bless
let's
us.
get more of that.
Jimmy, I'm just saying, let's just, man, why do we have to
I
why?
took a flamethrower to the whole organization.
Well, because, am I wrong?
He said, we'll win 10 of 12. We're going to be fine.
Yeah, that was the best. Have Dave cut that shit up. Have him do like his just like killing everybody, and they go, "We're gonna run off 10 of 12. We'll be fine."
Take a step back though. Can either of you tell me you're satisfied with any Warrior in the last 3 years other than Steph?
No, but nobody.
Is there one Warrior doing what they need to do?
Back to my point, and then let's let Jake cook. Okay, back to my point. They're not fucking playing, Art. Nobody's playing. They're all hurt.
Forget the Warriors. Forget the Warriors as a team, Jake. Jake, forget the Warriors as a team. Because as a team, I think there's a puncher's chance we could make it to the Western Conference.
Punter.
I said puncher.
Or place kicker.
Oh, yeah, puncher.
Yeah, don't fix it now, Art. You've been running with that your whole life.
Well, I've been learning about it. There's also a B line or a V line. I don't know. I called it a V line my whole life. Anyway.
Bead?
V. I called it a B line until I heard it with a B line. Apparently,
yeah.
It's like a B line. Yeah, like a B. Yeah.
Copy.
Jake, I want to know your honest assessment because as a club, yeah, like in some ways, I don't know, they've underachieved since their championship. But I mean to a person, from owner to GM to coach to player. Is there any person that you feel has met or exceeded your expectations for what they could be?
Well, here's what happened. Bob Myers didn't draft well when he was supposed to.
You're going the wrong way again because I'm not talking about the team. But go.
Well, I'm just saying they're in the situation because their stars are old. They're an old team, man. You can't just be relevant and great every year for 15 years. I mean, the Spurs are pretty much the only organization to ever do that. You're going to have some lulls, and I think we're just heading into that lull. We have aging stars. They're playing all these goddamn back-to-backs to start the season and going on these long flights with a bunch of 40-year-olds. I mean, it was pretty obvious there was going to be some injuries.
Yeah, I feel like you're not answering my question, but I hear you because I agree with
what's
you.
What's your fucking question, dipshit?
My question is, to a person, I mean, I asked the question very clearly. To a man, owner, GM, coach, and player, quit making faces. It's a simple question. Has anybody met or exceeded your expectations for them?
Oh,
the answer is basically no.
Pat Spencer has exceeded them.
There you go.
Steph Curry has met them.
He didn't count because that's the only. This is all about everyone else. Yes. Keep going.
Quentin Post has exceeded.
Wonderful.
There you go.
That's what I just said, and you said it in a nice, calm way. I just did it in a fun way. Exactly, and it pisses me off. You got every person, and that's. I should have calmed down after 22 because it's like we watched what we needed. We got number 4. We watched what we needed. Like it happened, and it's done. And
that's what you call icing on the cake, Art.
No, that's not icing on the cake. That was not icing.
Yes, it
that
is.
Was
you got your
hang on. Finishing a cake.
You got your first one. No. You got your first one, which is like losing your virginity. Then you got the 2 with KD, which is just great. And then you got your fucking 4th one, which was incredible that you did that without KD. That combines the whole book. Now, I think Steph still has a run in him. And again, I think we were robbed from knowing what they could have done last year with Butler. We have no clue because Steph got hurt. So now, I mean, what you're dealing with right now, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I think all of the problems that you're exemplifying are highlighted when the team's not healthy. Steph and Jimmy have barely played.
Recently? Guess when the Warriors look good? Who got unhealthy?
In the beginning of the year when they played.
Who got unhealthy for a few games?
Who?
Draymond. The black hole. The black hole.
He's not the problem, bro. He's the solution, not the problem.
I know he's not. Apparently, we're a defensive team, and we're just going to run with that. Like, we're the 3rd net defensive rating team, and we're the 26th net offensive rating team.
Well, yeah.
And
you know what's really sickening is they have taken more 3-pointers than 2s.
What's more sickening about that is they all suck.
Literally, Jake?
Yeah.
They've taken more 3-point field goals than 2-point field goals? That's incredible.
Yeah, last time I checked, about Earlier in the week, I checked, and that was the case.
That's crazy.
I bet you
What
that's
I
not
mean,
even
what a
far off
different
from
NBA we're watching.
I know it's insane, and it's so frustrating. I mean, that's why it's awesome watching Pat go to work because he is all good with the mid range. He can take it to the hole, you know, shoot a fade, you know, like a 10-foot fadeaway. And that's
are they the only thing? When you look that up, are they the only team that have taken? That sounds ridiculous to me,
dude. I'm sure the Rockets did that a couple years ago. When they had Harden and CP3 when they missed 27 threes in a row against us.
That's crazy.
That's the game now, man.
That's the first time I've heard that. Anyway. All right, you want to talk some Niners before we wrap this thing up?
Hey, so in the 2024-25 season, 40%, over 40% of all shots are threes already for across the NBA. So it ain't that crazy. That's what I was thinking. I just Googled it.
I mean, that's still ridiculous.
Yeah,
well, no, I know, but that's why people are a little bit over the NBA, right? It's like you could travel.
Yeah, dude.
Threes. Like, I actually think it's sad, like for a kid.
Fast break threes drive me fucking insane.
Totally.
Like, dudes just pull up with no one in front of them.
Yeah, passing up a layup for a three. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think people don't remember, or not people don't remember. They'll never know how fun it is to watch a post-up game. Like the fact that the post-up, like that's why Warriors fans hella don't like Sengun because he's like, you know, kind of a punk, and he got in all his fights with the Warriors.
Who?
Sengun.
Oh, for the Rocket. Yeah.
But man, like I can't help but lightweight love him because he wants to go, you know, put on some moves
back
and
down.
And he's also, and I also respect his hustle because he's learned he can't like he can't operate.
He doesn't have the outside game. Yeah.
Well, no, he does. He actually evolved into just having both. Right. I think he came in a little more traditional.
I misread you. Yeah.
Well, that's what my favorite thing was as a kid was watching post up moves from Olajuwon, from Bird.
And
those guys can shoot too. They can fade away. Like Kobe did that. Jordan did that.
Hakeem Olajuwon with the dream shake. Patrick Ewing. I mean, all that shit. I mean,
there's an art to it, man. And it was that's a huge part of the game that's been lost. That was honestly what I practiced was my post moves growing up as a kid.
And what was so fun about?
Yeah.
No, you go.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. Cool, Artie.
I was just saying, go ahead. Anyways, we want to talk a little Niners before we get out of here, or what?
I mean, 12-point spread against Tennessee. Let's take care of business. And you know,
I have no idea what to do with the Niners. Now I know all of the fine people that work at Humm Daddies, and shout out to our guy Mac out there in Frisco when we went to that bar and grill or whatever, and there was a weird pinata of Patrick Mahomes, and there was a bunch of things getting raffled off. Anyways, I know that you chopped up a clip of me saying, like, you see the record, but you don't actually believe in these guys. And I think there was a couple of comments in the chat and whatnot. I really don't know what to do with this team, though. Assuming they win this week. I mean, Art, you weren't on that cast, I don't think. You were big timing us as you're going to do your Paul McCartney on your way out of the Beatles here. What do you do with the Niners? Because I'm just telling you this. I could not have less belief in them, and I'm not. This is not even me being a hater. Like, there's been years, like, especially the Cap years, I believed in the shit out of them. And even in some of the earlier Purdy years, I believed the shit out of them. But when you lose Bosa for the year and you lose Warner, which, by the way, Jake, did you see those reports?
That he might come back for the NFC Championship if they make it.
Mm-hmm. Shanahan said that he's going to do everything. I don't even think. I think it was just the playoffs in general. Anyways, it looks like they are on the trajectory to make the playoffs. But Art, I mean, is this a team that you could even possibly believe in? Is Ayuk going to play? Obviously, probably not.
No.
They're so bleeping banged up, but their record does not look like it. And this is what the running joke that me and Jake have had for over a month is that this is exactly what Shanahan wanted. Injure everybody, have the lowest of expectations, have the best record, and get praised for it. But Art, this team against any other NFC playoff team, do you have any belief in the Niners? because they're going to win again on Sunday. And then what? Like, are they getting the expectations up for the Niners fans? Because I don't know how you could legitimately look at this team, because Fred Warner to me is like the real MVP. He might as well, he's the quarterback of the defense, and him being gone, that was the final blow for me, where I'm like, okay, Niners season is done. But they're 9-3.
Katie's mom and Fred Warner, the real MVPs.
I mean, I don't understand how you could not think the Niners can win. Like,
okay.
I mean, here's the way I see it. You know you can play with division rivals, right? Like, you just know you can. Like, you might lose, but you can play with them. Like, the Niners know they can play with Seattle and the Rams.
Can the Raiders play with the Chiefs? Do you remember that game? They beat them 38.
Let's move on from that.
No, but they beat them 38-0 and cost me a teaser. Yeah, so don't tell me that division rivals can play with each other. The Jets can't play with the Patriots. Anyways, go ahead.
We all know as NFL fans that competitive teams, when they're playing a division opponent, are often a little tougher than when they're not. Like, it's kind of known about the NFL is that you know each other, you know your fucking ins and outs, you know what you want. It's a battle. The coaches know each other slightly differently. The players know each other slightly differently. So that I think that exists. And I think while as a betting man, if I have to bet, yeah, I'm taking Seattle and I'm taking the Rams over the Niners, right? Like if I'm told like you got even money, you know, you got to pick who's going to win, I'm taking the Rams or Seattle. But there's no reason to think the Niners can't beat anyone in the playoffs. I 100% believe the Niners could beat anyone in the playoffs. And you know, I coined the phrase, it's just a weighted coin flip, right? Like I coined it. Anyway, I'm laughing at myself. I'm a silly goose. But yeah, it's most games are 50-50, right? I mean, sorry.
Did you just call yourself a silly goose?
I did. I'm just laughing at myself for telling myself I coined a phrase. But what I'm saying is the Niners.
He was actually kind of spitting. Jake. He was saying, "I coined the phrase."
Coin flip.
So yeah,
that's
so he
why I started laughing. I mean, he was hearing all that. Exactly.
Yeah, he was cooking. No, you were cooking. You were cooking, but I was trying not to interrupt. I was leaving you alone. But yeah, I got you. It's not. Here's the thing, Art. It's not a coin flip when the Raiders go to Kansas City.
That's not a weighted coin flip. That's not
a weighted coin flip when the Niners play the Rams or the Seahawks.
Hell yeah.
The Rams and the Seahawks are much better teams than the Niners.
What's percent? To me, it's 60-40.
So here's the thing. We still might not know what to expect from the Niners when they're in the playoffs. Like, we don't know what the team's going to be week in, week out. They have to plug and play everyone on D, so it's one game at a time.
You don't have Bosa. You don't have Warner. You're not a good team. You don't have Ayuk. You don't. Okay.
You don't need Ayuk. The offense is fine.
So just to take, and this is not me being a Niner hater at all. I am, believe me. Again, there was times when you had Colin Kaepernick and Michael Crabtree, and you had who's my guy in the backfield, the guy that should get in the Hall of Fame. I'm hoping. Yeah, Frank Gore. When you had those teams, I was fearful of those teams.
Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman.
Yes, Patrick Willis, the Cowboy, Justin. When you had those boys, yes, that's a fearful team. If you don't have Fred Warner and you don't have Bosa and you don't have Ayuk, this team is not a team to be feared, period. If I end up eating my words, hang on, Jake. Hopefully you can cut this up if you guys win the Super Bowl and you can say me saying this, but to think that the Niners have a chance of winning the Super Bowl is absolutely asinine. And shout out to whoever the guy is that said whatever when you snapshotted that and sent it to me, Jake. Whatever that guy was that was like, he's an asshole. No, not when you don't have Fred Warner and not when you don't have Bosa. Artie, it'd be like you missing your starting linebacker and fucking your best defensive edge guy. You can't win like that.
You're probably not going to win. I mean, there's two different questions. Yeah. Do I have the Niners as the favorites? Hell no. If you're asking me, like, there's different questions here. the way you phrased it, I thought at first was, can they win? And
The question is, can you take them seriously? My question is, can you take them seriously?
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly don't look at them like the fucking weak ass Denver Broncos or the weak ass Jacksonville Jaguars or the weak ass.
If they open up in round, you think if they open up in round 1 in Seattle or in LA, that either of those teams are fearful of the Niners?
Why do they got to be fearful to have a chance? No, I don't think they're fearful, but I don't think the Rams or the Seahawks. I think the last team the Rams or Seahawks want in the entire NFC is the Niners. How about that?
All right. Well, we'll see how it plays out.
Putting it. Yeah.
All right. I got to go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, Jake.
You guys want to keep going?
Me and Art can just stay on.
All right. I'm going to get ready for bed. You guys shoot this shit. I'll be right back.
What's up, Art? How you living?
I'm feeling so good, man. I'm out here.
Yeah. You got a Warriors hat on and a Giants hoodie.
And I got the Warriors game tomorrow night. We're about to go watch Steph return. Forget everything I just said 30 minutes ago. I love the Warriors.
Is he coming back for that game?
He's supposed to. My boy Draymond Green, hopefully he's playing. I love Draymond. Love Quentin. Love Buddy. Love Jonathan. Love all these guys. These guys pour their heart and soul. No, I'm joking. But, I'm out here talking shit on all these guys. I love the Warriors. You know that. That's why I'm talking all this ish on them. Peace, Dom. Appreciate you listening. Much love. Sorry we didn't see your chat earlier. I didn't see you, but goddamn, I love Steve Bono and Gerback. My favorite game ever. If you're still listening.
How can you see how come you can see this stuff and I can't?
You just got to click the chat button and then you can see it. Dom, if you're still listening,
if
you're not, it don't even matter.
On the what?
One of my favorite games ever. The Chiefs were playing the Raiders, less than a minute left, no timeouts, down less than 7, and Monday Night Football, Elvis Gerback got the ball, 3 seam routes over the middle, boom, boom, boom. The last one was Bad Moon Andre Rison, one of my favorite early Chiefs eras. He spiderwebbed on the goalpost, and to this, I'll never forget that game. It was the most surprised I ever was as a kid for a win. Anyway, shout out Bono, Gerback, Dom. Appreciate you listening. But yeah, if you click the chat button, it's in the upper right, Bill. If you look, you can see the chat. Go to the up.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I can't figure it out right now. I don't know if you're talking about YouTube or if you're talking about the
no, I'm just
Riverside.
on the Riverside app, man.
We're still on. We're live right now, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I was just
that's fine.
Tom. He was piecing out.
He was just talking about some stupid ass Steve Bono playoff game that I totally checked out on.
You actually didn't listen at all because it had nothing to do with Steve Bono or the playoffs. So I appreciate you listening to your podcast partner. I was cool. Now I'll know. Like next time I'm telling you a story, I have to fucking double check one fucking word. I'm talking about Elvis Gerback on a random Monday night.
Oh, Gerback, Bono. What's the difference?
Huge difference. And
I was looking up NFC playoff teams.
Hey, Jake, do I have to question my whole life now? Because this guy just told me I was talking about Steve Bono in the playoffs when I was not talking about Steve Bono.
I didn't hear Gerback. I was looking up NFC playoff standings. All
right, guys. Well,
first of all, the Rams and the Seahawks, as you said, the last team they'd want to see is the Niners. They would not rather see the Packers. They would not rather see the Eagles. They would not rather see the Lions. And they probably would rather not see the Bears. So you're wrong on that front.
PTI.
The Niners are like...
Yeah, you just got 13 more points.
1, 2,
ding, ding,
3, 4,
Bill, you
5,
hear me?
6,
Bill, did you just
7.
hear me?
Niners are about the... What?
We're being
and around the horn. I'm racking up the points and around the horn.
Points.
Hey, Jake, don't put horn on that screen over there.
Yeah. And Jake, I keep you notice she's trying to end this.
Jake's on.
You see, he keeps trying to end the podcast.
Oh, he's been wanting to be gone for like 5 minutes.
He's not ending nothing. If you even try to.
Hey, bud.
Hey,
tell about your Sundance movie.
Well, the movie I worked on called Josephine, starring Gemma Chan and Channing Tatum, who I stood in and doubled for, is premiering at Sundance in January and February.
You do look a remarkable amount like Channing, just
Nice.
like slightly less.
You do.
Like,
And you know what's funny? We're all old as dirt, but back in the day during Facebook, they had like a doppelganger thing. Yeah, and I never had a doppelganger really because I don't think I really look like anybody. Although people have told me James Franco is the most common doppelganger that I have. Art, you don't really have a doppelganger either, do you?
You look like Trace Thompson, and everybody knows that, and it's not a question. Like your doppelganger is Trace Thompson.
Oh God, here we go with the Trace Thompson
My doppelganger is
anyways,
usually, and I don't really love it at all, and it kind of fucking drives me crazy. Is Seth Rogen? Fucking don't like it.
That's not bad. I mean, the vibe of that is true. Well, the vibe of the way he looks is true, but I don't think he actually looks like you. Anyways, I didn't have a doppelganger, so I picked Channing Tatum because he was like sexiest man of the year or whatever. And I used to have a shaved head, and people fucking just shit themselves. I mean, Maddie Lou was messaging me, "You fucking think you look like Channing Tatum, you piece of shit." I mean, I was getting left and fucking
but Coach Carter, Channing Tatum. Coach Carter, Channing Tatum was kind of like you, the picture of you, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Jake, all I was trying to do was adhere to the fucking thing. You know, people were doing all the doppelganger thing, and then fast forward 20 years later, and Jake's literally Jason Tatum's fucking, or Jason Tatum's fucking doppelganger.
Jason Tanning. He went from Jason Tatum to Jason Tanning. That was the best shit ever.
Channing Tatum.
One of my favorite things ever.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Don't put.
He went Channing Tatum.
Taysom Hill.
Channing Hill Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
All right. Well, on that note, guys, let's call it a night. I got a commercial to shoot in the morning, and I feel like shit. I got to go to bed. All right. Humm Daddies.
9:51.
See you next time.
Humm Daddy.
9:51.